Thank you, House Chair. On 11 September 2022, a tailings dam in the Jagersfontein mining area in the Free State burst, causing a mudslide and flooding in several areas in the town of Jagersfontein and surrounds, and which led to a loss of life, injuries, and the devastation to the local community, many of whom are still dealing with the trauma of this tragic event. The ACDP would like to express its condolences to those who lost loved ones and trust that those who suffered emotional and psychological injuries as a result of this tragedy will receive the necessary counseling and support. It appears that certain tailings dams in the country may pose risks to communities due to legal uncertainty about the regulatory environment. And this follows a High Court decision which found the Mineral and Petroleum Resources Development Act did not empower the department to regulate tailings. This should be addressed, but however, one needs to bear in mind that inspections by DMR do not necessarily take place. So this might not be the solution to this issue, but at least it will be some progression. And therefore, the ACDP supports the recommendation that a broader investigation should be conducted, both by the authorities, which obviously will be done, as well as by the missing link in this whole issue, and that is the Water and Sanitation Portfolio Committee on the status of tailing dams, and that a report be tabled in Parliament. Steps must be taken to ensure that this regulatory environment and legal uncertainty is addressed. So we've read the report and the observations, and the question arises, how could the Department of Water and Sanitation have declared, firstly, that the dam is not safe and closing it, and then 6 months later to allow it to be reopened and ordering it to be so done a few months before this tragedy? Now, this is deeply concerning, and a full investigation into why the dam was first closed, what were the reasons, and then reopened must be conducted, which would include the role of the company, its directors, and of course that whether the illegal miners in the area contributed to the situation in any manner. It is also shocking that there was no disaster management center in the town, despite the community requesting this a number of years ago. The ACDP commends the support provided by various NGOs and the critical role played by the mine rescue services during and after this tragedy. But we also share concerns that 6 days after the event, counseling services had still not been provided. Social development must ensure that such support is provided. So clearly, government failed the community in a number of critical ways, by not ensuring the dam was safe, by not providing disaster management center, and by not ensuring the regulatory environment was in place, and by not providing psychological assistance to the traumatized community. Lastly, the ACDP welcomes the fact that the Minerals Council of South Africa has raised 50 million rand to Jagersfontein. The ACDP supports this report. I thank you.